RC, what did you make of Beckham's debut this season on Sunday?
Odell Beckham was allowed to eat, but he wasn't force-fed. And for so many times when you watch this offense play with Odell Beckham Jr., because they understand how much juice he has, he's force-fed. They got the football to him early, but they didn't continue trying to put him in matchups where he was the focal point of this offense. This offense figured out a way to play to Baker Mayfield's strengths last year, and Kevin Stefanski found a way to help them have success. With that success, if you now incorporate Odell Beckham Jr. and know when you need that play, when you need that type of juice, you have that type of player, this is the way this team will be best. You can run the football, and from that, get into play-action pass.
We were talking about this last year when
What's going on there? Fumble.
when OBJ was out, and the whole talk was about, is it Baker is forcing the football to him? No, it's more knowledge. It's understanding what this offense is supposed to look like, and understanding week by week, certain guys may have 130, one guy may have 2 or 3 catches, right? And the team has to live in that era. When you look at the Cleveland Browns and you think about completeness, and I'm trying to identify these teams. Dallas, I've seen it. We've talked about them. I've seen it with Buffalo after week 1 against the Steelers, where they got a little bit of the ground game going, got backs involved. And Cleveland, obviously, with what they have with Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb. But when you think about this football team from the standpoint of
what do you mean with those teams, though? What are you trying to say?
The ability to play however you need to offensively.
The way we spoke about Dallas earlier.
The way we spoke about Dallas. And when you think, when we get to Cleveland, we talked about the talent. We knew it would take time for this maturation process to come about. But now when you look at this team with Odell Beckham Jr. back under a new situation, with Baker Mayfield understanding what Stefanski wants to do, that's what makes them more dangerous than they were last year.
I hope you don't need to write any more notes because you give away your I don't know what happened, got all caught up there. Mina,
I like that, though. I like that point.
Go to the Browns defense as we continue to talk about how good the team is. We know about the 9 sacks. They were the headline Sunday, but something else stood out to you.
Yeah, just how technically sound they were playing the run. And look, I know it was Chicago, but this is the NFL. It's not Bama against James Madison or something, you know.
No, they run. Chicago runs well.
They've been running well, and you'd think it would have been dangerous with Justin Fields. But it felt like, to me, every time they ran zone read, Cleveland played it perfectly. And I wanted to shout out the rookie, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, who I thought was the real superstar of this game in multiple ways, frankly. Every time they ran scrape exchange where he was coming around and Fields kept it, played it perfectly. In coverage, blitzing even, he plays with such a combination of intelligence and speed. And to me, he feels like the missing piece in this Browns defense in the middle of the field.
I kept thinking Darius Leonard.
Yeah, well, they've been trying to find the missing piece, and Joe Woods was brought there for this. But all offseason, all they did was try to turn the liability into an asset. And I think this was the first week we actually felt that way about this defense.
I think he's for Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is at his absolute best when he's running towards the line of scrimmage. And I could be a playmaker, and he's athletic enough to.
Sideline to sideline.
And you're disrespectful if you think a Cleveland Brown team that gets a fast running linebacker ain't getting it for Lamar Jackson.
Are you right?
You lost your mind.
You're right.
Okay.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.